Welcome back to FPRK Radio. That's Fuck Politics, Religion, and Kanye, the podcast where we talk about all the things we're not supposed to talk about, the things that tear us apart, politics, religion, and motherfucking Kanye West. If it's your first time, it's been a while. It's just me. I've been away for a minute. So if you're your first time listener or just don't know the deal, this ain't a Fuck Kanye podcast. This is a podcast where I will make excuses for that nigga Kanye all day. It's a Kanye apologist podcast. But I'm happy to be back. It's been an exciting year for Kanye. It's been an exciting year for the world, for politics. Maybe religion. Hopefully, y'all niggas probably found some kind of religion in the time that we've been off. It's like a episode of The Vanishing or whatever that shit was on HBO, and 2% of the population disappeared.
Died off or some shit.
Yeah. We've had a religious event happening. So I'm happy to be back. I had to take 9 months off just to gather myself, just to figure out what the fuck I wanted to say to people.
Just get your mind right.
Yeah, nigga, I had to take some time to just fucking meditate and fucking just grow locks and shit. Like it's like I gotta do some new shit. It's just been weird. I haven't been doing comedy, ain't been doing nothing. But we got our guest tonight. Guest today is before we get to the guest,
okay.
I'm really excited because I'm in the new basement studio. Basement studio, podcast studio. We got a recording studio.
Yeah,
we got a photography studio. This shit is
a lot of shit going on.
Like, this is what I needed to come back. Like this environment. So this is wonderful. So shout out to Basement Studio and everybody that put this together. So I'm gonna be bringing y'all a lot more shit from here. If you got a dope podcast and you want to bring your podcast down here, let us know. We can come down to Basement Studio. We can set some shit up. So come down to Basement Studio. It is where it is. Erica is our excellent studio runner. She's walking through the room right now, so I have to give her a shout out to her right now. So today we joined by Trevor Joyner. Trevor, introduce yourself.
What's up? I'm here. Let's get to the shit, okay? Because I haven't been out the house in 9 months, so I'm fired up.
That's have you been locked down for the last 9 months?
Bro, I've been locked down for the last 9 months. I mean, I did a little bit, but not nothing like crazy. I haven't had a lot of social interaction. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't been kicking it with the homies. I ain't did no stand-up.
Yeah.
I ain't seen no... Because, we used to seeing comics all... Like, we see each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, you used to... At least seeing comics and shit, you know what I mean?
Just people you would see.
Yeah, so that shit has been different.
It's been
I didn't miss it as much as I thought I was going to miss it, though. I will say that. Did you? What was you?
I would say there's certain parts of it I don't miss for shit. There's just like, man, I'm just like certain people. I'm like, I'm so happy I'd never have to fucking.
But did you miss telling jokes?
I miss telling jokes so bad, and I didn't. At first, I was like kind of like cool for the break because it's like we never get to take a. You don't get to take a break. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to like keep going. If you have like 3 nights that you don't go up, you feel off. Yeah. Like so, I was like, oh, we all gonna get we got a chance to take a break. Like we can just chill for like 2-3 weeks. And then but I never thought it was gonna be 2-3 weeks. I never thought that. But I was like, I didn't think it was gonna be this long. So I was like, I ain't gonna do no Zoom shows. I ain't gonna do none of that shit.
I ain't do that shit either.
Yeah, but now I'm like, I guess I'll do a Zoom show. Cause
I've been thinking about that shit, man.
Yeah, and we've been missing out on money because all them niggas, like people got into it early and like leaned into that shit. They get caught up like multiple times a week. All them shows pay. Like they gonna make more off of Zoom shows than they made in their whole comedy career.
Yeah, man.
But that shit
the game is changing.
It looks terrible.
It'll be interesting to just see, where comedy, because it's still niggas touring. You know what I mean? But it's like, kind of like
comedy
smaller
is different
marker.
in other places. Yeah.
That shit is different. I'm like, do I really want to go to Atlanta or Miami and
Arizona?
Yeah, you
can go out there.
Ohio. There's a couple places you could go get some money. You know what I mean?
Get some money and niggas don't.
But you get COVID with it too. It's like you get a check and COVID.
I mean, but you probably gonna live. So I mean, look, it's a listen. This is a political podcast.
Yeah, let's get to the shit.
Let's
get to it.
Let's lean into this politically because somehow the COVID has become like a political issue, which is like kind of wild, right? So let me just ask you. Let me put out how you been like coming at COVID?
Like precautions, like social distancing.
Social distancing. How you feel about it? Do you believe in it?
I'm not an anti-masker. I got my mask on. They can see I'm being.
Got your mask on right now.
I'm masked up. I'm responsible. I kind of like we were talking about this earlier. I kind of respect what everybody's choices are. I think I just prefer to be masked up and wash my hands. I'm not like crazy, but I take all of my precautions because these numbers are not all lies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It is motherfuckers that's dying, and you don't know how that shit is going to affect you. So I'd rather not even.
I mean, yeah. So
I'd rather not fuck around. You know what I mean? I don't want to take the. I mean, I keep my immune system up. I work out. I do all my actual precautionary shit. But then I still throw the mask on. It's just like the final layer. I just don't want to play that game.
Like
you know what I mean?
I got like, you know what I mean, mad people who be on the like, well, if they really cared about, and like I agree, like, yeah, if you really care, we'd be boosting our immune system.
Yeah, doing shit to
getting
actually
vitamin D.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, yep, definitely, that's all part of it.
Right.
And that's part of my like, this is how I know they don't really want me to get better because they be pushing this.
That.
The
Pharmaceutical
that's
situation.
true. It's all that.
Word.
But then like at the same time, I can also prevent it by
just
putting the mask on, washing my hands. Like,
also, like, I could see if it was some complex shit, then I would understand like all the rah-rah, but it's like, dog, it's just a mask. You know what I mean?
And that's it. Niggas be
It's
like,
not even that. It's not even no shit to really like bitch about. Really,
it's
when you
annoying
think
shit.
about it, it's a mask.
Every time I put this shit on, I hate it. Right? I
Yeah,
hate it. It's annoying. I
but
can't
it's
wait
like-
to get out and put it off, like take it off
Right.
and shit. But I'm like, yeah, this is how I feel about pants.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Really?
My shit is like this. If I put this on and y'all niggas is calling me a hero, I'm running with it. Okay. If
If you call me a hero, I'm gonna smack you if you call me a hero.
Me having this on, if it's keeping your grandma alive, thank me, is what I'm saying. We should have. There should be incentives for niggas that's wearing masks regularly.
But hold on,
okay.
here's the other thing that I feel about this too, though. Right?
Okay,
so
go
I'm
ahead.
wearing a
Get
mask,
into it.
right?
Get
I
into
go
this
out.
shit.
I go out. I wear my mask. Right.
Yeah.
If you that crazy about the mask, if you that crazy about the whole thing, on God, stay your ass home.
Yeah, stay in the house,
Like if you
for
scared,
sure.
stay home. Like
Yeah.
outside should be for the brave. Like, you know what I'm saying?
niggas that won't take risks?
Right. You're like, oh, you killed my grandma. Well, why the fuck is your grandma at the house? Go pick up the motherfucking groceries and drop her off if you give a fuck about your grandma. That's not my issue to care about your
I
grandma.
also don't believe that 100% lockdown, and like, I don't believe that that's healthy either. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's like, you know how like babies and shit, you want them to be exposed to dirt because you want their immune system to be strong. So I ain't trying to be super, you know what I mean? But I'm also like, I'm not going to parties. I'm not about to be around a bunch of niggas. A bunch of niggas. But look, I did travel though.
Yeah, where'd you go?
I went to Tulum.
Oh, you one of them niggas. You was a Tulum niggas. Yeah.
Yeah, but I did it in like the best COVID friendly way that you could do
right,
it. You know
right.
what I mean? I was like in the woods, like in the jungle and shit.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like at the big hotels. I was like
at the resorts and shit.
yeah, I wasn't at none of those spots. I was like in the fucking woods and trees and you know what I mean. And then was still like masked up and shit. You know what I mean? Because the spot that we was at was like this kind of like boutique spot in the middle of the woods, but they still had like you mask up, you sanitize. So it was still all that shit was in place. So that's what I'm saying. Like I ain't like a super whatever because I did do my thing, but it was very like, you know what I mean.
But yeah, I'd be like
you know.
I'll wear
but
my
I wasn't like at parties in Tulum or no shit like that. It was like all nature for real.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't been like partying crazy, but I don't know.
But yeah.
I don't know. But like it's like every time you go to like a party, every time you went to a party, or like just anything that was like too many people, like the next, it's like after you like shoot up the club, the next few days you like, oh shit, like oh fuck man, oh no,
Like am I breathing well? My shit.
Oh, God, right,
Nervous,
like, you
just scared.
So that for me ain't that worth it. Like I don't need that kind of anxiety.
Yeah,
like,
just to be going.
It ain't that lit, but like I do miss that shit. And then so like right now with COVID going crazy, like here's we was talking about this a little bit earlier. I'm hella shook on next week. Like this should come out before the inauguration.
Okay.
The inauguration's coming up. We just had these niggas last week. Wow.
Niggas ran up in the Capitol.
Ran up in the
dog.
Capitol.
Okay.
Wilding out. And then the inauguration's next week.
Right.
And then like I ain't checked the COVID numbers at the end of the day, and I don't know what they're gonna be like by the time they come out.
Right.
But it looked like we're gonna be at like 5,000 deaths a day.
Oh, fam, listen, check this out. We got like 5 years on this planet. They talking this, oh, Dr. Fauci said by the fall we could know. Fuck that, nigga. I saw Alabama, they was outside celebrating the game. Nigga, it was thousands of them niggas outside. No mask on.
We in this forever.
Yeah, man, I'm like, nah, this the new normal, baby.
Yeah,
we just got to go ahead and
And
accept
that's
that.
why I'm going out and doing shit, because this is a new normal. Like they keep
Yeah,
giving
because
all
like
these-
I was still going to restaurants before LA shot. I was doing outside dining, up rooftop shit. You know what I mean? Some people say that's kind of like irresponsible. So it's like,
Yeah, I
you
went
got to
to-
kind of pick your, you know what I mean?
I every time I went to a restaurant, I'd be like, yo, all that shit's fake. They'd be like, you go up and they got the little mask,
Yeah.
like the little window, and be like, oh yeah, this is protecting us. I'm like,
it's
nigga,
not.
we playing a game. Like,
It's
listen,
not.
we
Let's
either
stop.
out here or we not.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Let's not kid ourselves.
And now, like now that we fucking 9 months, or going on a year to being out here now, and they fuck that. We don't know what to do about this, so we gonna fuck it up. So am I just supposed to stop living for the next 2 years? Like if they would have did everything right, I was down. I was in the crib, like let's do this shit. And I'm like, y'all niggas is gonna fuck up every part of this process.
Yeah.
So what am I supposed to?
Because what you can't do is you can't keep locking niggas down, and then shit is still getting worse.
And like,
and
just to be clear for like everyone out there, like I fully supported and like still even do support if they was like everybody just go in your house, we gonna give y'all a couple racks, order whatever y'all need. Like we don't even want y'all stressing about money because niggas need money. So like you can't tell people stay in the house and then be like,
this isn't.
You gotta give people money, right? Real money.
You want that Canada treatment?
But that shit, I think if from the jump, if the whole world would have just been like,
lock it down.
Here's some bread, chill, done, right? But they didn't do that, and they fucked it up. They let niggas run around Alabama, and then go to Alabama, and then fly right back to California, and then they run around here. Shit, they ain't give nobody no money, so everybody's still out there trying to do their hustle and all this other shit. Yeah. Then, like, I'm not going to do this forever then, right? Like, if y'all would have did it right, fine, but y'all did it.
Because fatigue does set in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To some degree.
Yeah, like, I got to live my life.
You know what I mean?
And, like, now I'm like, and honestly, here's the thing. For adults, I don't give a fuck. I was talking about this at home, like, I gotta go out now. I'm like, you 40, you lived, settle down.
You dying tomorrow, nigga. You
cool.
Be all right.
But like, I was talking to like my little cousin who's like a senior in high school, and I'm like, this is trash. Like, he was the quarterback for the football team. Bro. Like that's a year right there. That's a year in life.
Wild shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like you know.
Because what's like the wildest shit you feel like you lived through in America? Like
9/11.
9/11, yeah.
That's always the first thing that
like
come
the
to
first
mind.
thing. I said I did 9/11. I'm from DC, so we had the DC sniper. We still had to go to school.
That was lit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What else?
DC
I feel like
sniper.
maybe it was like one more thing.
Yeah, like 9/11 was like, I went to school in Pennsylvania and one of the planes crashed near us.
Oh yeah.
So
one went down.
And there was a a power plant, like a nuclear plant. You could see it in the distance from our school. Dang. So the rumor was they thought, and that powered like the Northeast. So they thought they was trying to go for that. So we was like in school being like, oh shit, are they gonna blow up this motherfucking nuclear plant? Like what's the fallout from that? Is we gonna die over here? So yeah, that was like the biggest shit. But like this is
crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to imagine like, fam, like, and first of all, like just having to do Zoom school, my nigga.
They forget it. Kids have forgotten. Like, I was watching a movie with my nephew, and in the movie, they was at a party. Like, they was at a dance or some shit. And he's like, oh, they're not supposed to be like that, social distancing. And my sister had to be like, no, you remember, like we talked about before, it wasn't like this. Like, they already starting to forget.
Damn.
Like, you know how you watch a show now?
Yeah,
you be like, and you start to have that reaction of like,
it's the new normal.
Right, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like, oh, they're all touching each, and you're like, oh, fuck.
Like, there used to be a time you could just breathe air regularly.
Yeah, and that's us living decades of knowing what the world is like. So if you a kid and you like 3-4 years old now,
and you got social media. So it's like you get to see that shit. Like, imagine like, okay, it's 9/11, but we had Instagram.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fucking Twitter.
What?
I remember 9/11.
What? That should be crazy.
We was just sitting there for 9/11. It's just me and my roommate in the morning. He's smoking a blunt on the couch. And I'm sitting there looking at him, yelling at him, like, what the fuck is going on? He's like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But all we can do is look at the news.
Like, I was in the 6th or 7th grade. I was in art class. I remember that shit. And I was like, this is some wild parents coming to pick you up and shit. It was wild. Yeah. But
now if you a kid, like it was better that because like all we did, we just we started playing space for the rest of the day. Mm-hmm. Now these kids have got like 9 months. Just with the doom scrolling is what they call it. And they just scrolling. Just all the bad news, all the fake good news, all that shit. And then, you know what I mean, inciting riots.
I mean, so next week.
I All right, so here's because I like to do a little more conspiracy on this show.
No, let's go all the way.
Yeah. All right, so we were talking a little bit about this on the way down.
Okay,
we've been talking about civil war for the whole everyone all summer. There's civil war's coming. Here it comes. Oh, we gonna do it. They drew the lines and da 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 da. But I've always been of the opinion that the real people to be afraid of are these white militias, because we ain't like the black people that are armed. They trying to stay low key, like I mean,
because we not even supposed to have shit.
Yeah.
So it's like you not.
It's like if the war go down, it's not like the block showing up.
Every time this shit happen, how many black armed people do you ever see on the news?
You don't see them on the news ever. You can find them. There's that one group that show up. They strapped
up.
There's a few,
and you only see them for like 30 seconds though.
Yeah, and they low key.
That's it.
And they come and do this little job.
They don't tell you their name. They don't have matching jackets.
That one group they show up all black.
Well, I mean, if you black,
Carolina.
Yeah.
They showed up. I looked them up. I was like, nigga, I'm following y'all on Twitter.
I'm about to join the group. You about to get initiated.
That shit was kind of hard, but also no, they are that's. But like these militia bulls, they tried to kidnap a bitch in Michigan. They tried to kidnap the motherfucking governor of Michigan. Like they on.
This is another kind of.
They've been showing up spots.
Yeah, I'm like the hillbillies is not the niggas y'all need to be worried about, because they unathletic, they not organized, but the militia niggas.
Militias and they all.
That's what the cop that everybody was talking about. He was like the black cop that was in the Capitol, or was it Eugene or something?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was saying like. Nah, it was some niggas that was organized here. They had like zip ties, they had two-way radios, flashbangs, like they had the kit.
They ready.
You know what I mean? It wasn't just no protest shit.
Yeah. And then here goes my further conspiracy. This is where the conspiracy theory comes.
Let's go.
Because here's the thing. Right now, we in this period where they are like, I don't like Democrats, right?
Okay.
I just don't.
Okay.
I think because I don't like Republicans either.
Right.
And I think they're two sides of like a totalitarian thing. Mm-hmm. So I'm like, when I do see Democrats, like, you know what I mean, taking niggas off Twitter. You can't talk on Twitter no more. Taking down all the YouTube videos. That shit it's a little scary to me. Like I'm like, all right, one, it's scary to me because I don't know what this nigga's saying. We all scared of him. And we used to have just like the direct window on what this nigga had to say all day. It used to be like, oh, what's just Trump mad about this? You go listen to him, he say it, right?
Yeah.
But now, I had 3-4 days of being like, what is this nigga up to?
Like,
what is he like? Tell me. Yeah, like if he
not venting that shit.
I had a crazy John once trying to call me, right? She was like just blowing me up all the time. She was like nuts, right? I didn't know what she was gonna do. And someone was like, just block her. And I was like, nah, I need to see what this bitch is saying. Because she might pull up. Like, I need to see. Outside. And she's like, yeah, I'm right outside. Like, that's the shit I need to find out about. So it's like, I'm upset about that. That, like, I'm not upset about it. I just don't like that shutting it out.
Make you a little nervous.
Makes me nervous.
Okay.
And the last thing is, because they're real good at getting Democrats to cheer for the shit that we not supposed to want.
Okay.
So now we like, yeah, silence them. Yeah, do this. And now after this shit at the Capitol, we're like, why weren't y'all ready? Why aren't there more police? Why don't you have the National Guard here?
We just did a whole fucking march to have less police.
And now they got us begging, like, what resources do you need? We need to secure this. So now we in a point, the 50 niggas is pulling up, like all 50 states, these niggas is coming.
Right.
And now people are like, well, are you going to protect us?
Yeah, like, but you spent the whole summer defund us.
And I'm like, defund these niggas.
And that's because niggas can't make up their mind. Cause it's an emotional thing. You know what I'm saying?
The whole
so niggas don't
crowd.
know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We swinging from tree to tree. You know what I mean?
Don't you calling us monkeys?
Nah, I'm not calling us monkeys. Nah, them white people's acting like fucking monkeys. Okay, climbing shit and falling. No, I'm just saying we just, it's too back and forth. There's no
It's literally the same, like all the whole fuck the police crowd now is being like, give this dude a hero. He a hero.
I saw that. That was funny.
Like, that nigga working. He was just swinging his stick.
Yeah, shit. And I'm saying,
shoot one of them fucking.
And I'm not saying like, shit on him, but I don't know about all this hero.
I ain't saying shit on him.
I'm gonna put it this way. I'm not trying to elevate the nigga that was protecting the slave master's house at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, nah, I get it. You got to do your job. You getting your money.
Right.
I respect that. At the same
That's
time,
the
all
scary
this,
shit.
they gonna want to do a movie about this nigga. You know, I was protected in the Senate. I'm like,
Cause right
shit.
here, I saw the Senate floor, and I
Nigga.
knew I had.
Yeah, I'm like, nah, fam. What you should have did was, I don't get paid enough.
Yeah,
I'm out. Y'all niggas do what the fuck y'all
Nancy
gotta
Pelosi
do.
right in there. Go find her. Call me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's been trying.
He should have did just like all them white cops
Yeah,
was
he
doing.
should have took a shit on somebody.
Nancy
That's
Pelosi
not-
always in that way.
What bitch y'all looking for?
What bitch y'all looking for?
Yeah. So it's weird. It's a weird time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's a weird.
Cause it's a weird time because there's a lot of shit going on and it's all at one time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's hard to focus on any one thing.
That's what I'm saying. That's
at
why
the
niggas
same
is
time.
confused because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like, all right, you come over here, bam, that's right, fuck the police. But then it's like, wait, but this nigga was the police, and then, well, who gonna protect us? Da, da, da. So it's like,
Even in
niggas,
like
niggas
COVID
gotta get their
too,
speeches
like,
together.
You got like, what's crazy with me about like the COVID shit, like out there, you got two different types of people that are on the far end of like the conspiracy. And like one is like, yeah, I mean, you think it's the like the anti-masker Orange County, like the typical white Republican Trumper that you're thinking of. And the other half is just like fucking yoga teachers and shit.
Yeah.
And like all the
But,
natural.
and see, this is the
yeah.
shit that's getting confusing because now what white people so slick, they really trying to drive home that there's a such thing as a good white person. You know what I'm saying?
I like white people. I ain't gonna alienate.
Nah, but look, this is what I'm saying though. I know that you love your friends, Aston, but this is what I'm trying to say. This is how they be tricking niggas right now. Because when Trump and all these fucking hillbillies get to doing that shit at the Capitol, they distance themselves like they not somehow a part of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then they come over there and they like, no, it was a bit I used to do. It's like, listen, niggas not fucking with the government is not the same as white people that's disgruntled with the government.
Oh, yeah.
Those are entirely two different things. When I'm like, fuck the man, they like, fuck the man. I'm like, no, nigga,
Whole different
you
shit.
part of the man, too. You got some different shit you
And
upset
that's
about.
what's fucking crazy.
Because they'll try to ban with you and be like, no, I want to overthrow the government, too. And then we do that shit, and then you're like, all right, nigga, it's like, I thought, see?
Like,
you know what I'm
no,
saying?
we overthrew it so I could have these guns to
Exactly.
kill your ass.
Exactly.
You fucked
so that's
up.
that's what I be saying. They be trying to pull the good white people shit. It's like, nah,
But that's
fam.
the shit that's crazy right
Nah,
now. Is
dog.
'cause,
I
like,
ain't sleep.
if we all got together, like we do, there's a left faction that wants to overthrow the government. There's a right faction that wants to overthrow the government. But if either side gets close, like, hey, not you though. You.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's where that shit get real confusing because everybody don't have the same goal.
Nah.
You know,
But-
it's not the same intent.
And I think that's like the point too, is to keep like us kind of like separate and fighting so we can't get nowhere. But like, because really we probably all on the like the militias really just want to get
but
left
if
alone like niggas.
if everybody just, not everybody, but if we actually agree to some fundamental shit, we could kind of get some shit moving. But niggas don't want to give up they shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You got to be willing to give some shit up.
And it's so hard. It's so hard. Like especially like racism in America is so like ingrained and defensive. I truly do believe like the answer to this shit is like past racism, right? Like and not
Agreed.
like in
Not ignoring race, but
not
getting
ignoring
back.
racism.
Yeah. 'Cause it's a
Understanding
difference.
like the role that racism is playing, so you
Word.
can like move like it's real as fuck. Like
Right.
it's a tool that's like used to like like oppress us, and we are at the bottom of it, and like that's the fact of it. But like also realizing that like they are also like a tool of it, right? Like white people
Yeah,
are used,
but
it's
it's-
being used against them to also control them. They just have
Exactly.
the better position in it.
Right. But it's hard because white people don't want to accept that they evil. This is what I'm trying to say. Like it has to be some
I mean, I'm
hard-
not gonna argue with you too much. Like
but-
I love, like when I say I like white people, I do. But
Yeah.
it's hard. It's
But
hard
here's
to
what
have
it
a
is.
conversation with a
I
white
fuck with
person
white
where I'm
people
not
that
like
can-
you're missing the whole point.
Yeah, and that's why like the white people that I'm able to fuck with are white people that not only can admit to like, oh, I benefit from certain privilege or shit, but can actually, it's only like probably like 3 of them in the world, but that can finally admit like, nah, I'm fucked up.
Yeah.
And this is a historical thing. This is a social thing. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and
I'm
it's
not
really
with the
like
just
3.
like I'm not with the white people that are just trying to be like, oh yeah, white, yeah, we know we nah, fuck all that. Just admit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about talking about white privilege. I'm
Yeah.
so far beyond that shit. You need to know you evil motherfucker.
Yeah. I like to say like there was a
You know what I'm saying?
I always say like I mean when all the protests and shit was going on, like off, like mad white people was like, you know what I mean, like hit me up, like, oh,
Yeah.
you know, I've been learning, and you're right, we all have to recognize, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh, that's cute. But my homie over here, he just told me he, like, you know what I mean, where he knows, like, the white supremacists and the Klan hangs out and how they move and what they look like and what things to look for. I'm like, that's the shit I need. I don't need your guilt. I need you to be giving up locations.
Giving
I
up
need
the
you to,
game.
like, you know what I mean, being like, yo.
The inside man.
Like you, if you acting surprised, like you just found out about racism in 2020, I don't trust you in the first place. This nigga's over here like, yeah, I've been watching this my whole life. What did y'all talk about? Yeah, they all
I
right here.
need niggas that's willing to give shit up.
Yeah.
You know what? We gotta be like a gang. Like, all right, white people, y'all really feel bad? All right, we gotta put y'all through a series of tests about shit.
It
You
is.
know what I mean?
It is a gang. Like, a gang is
Because I'm just saying, because like when you really think about that shit, it's just easy to be like, oh, I'm not racist like those people. You know what I mean? It's just very easy for white people to be like, to look at, it's very easy to act like Trump is the issue, period, when that's not it. You know what I mean?
And like that, like blatant racism is the issue.
Yeah.
And it ain't it.
I'm like, fam, nah, I'm not worried about these hillbilly motherfuckers. Stop talking to me about them and distance yourself from them. You evil motherfucker.
Yeah, I can see that hillbilly with his pistol. Like, I know he the racist one, but now I don't know what you doing behind your
I
pistol.
don't like white people be like, oh, no, let me call you to check in on you, to let you know I'm not one of those. No, nigga, you is.
Yeah, you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then just, you know, you got to work through that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it means you're like the scum of the earth or any shit like that with white people. I'm just saying, like, admit the dark shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then move forward.
And so, you know, it's politics, religion, Kanye, religion. I usually like to do like tell me about your religion, or like, yeah, I mean, how you was raised, like whatever, like kind of get into that. But right now,
What you got?
like, cause it's like the first Corona time back, and I've had like all sorts of spiritual experiences during this Corona time. So I want to hear about, have you done any soul searching or anything like that in your times?
Not really.
You do any mushrooms?
No.
Okay.
I've never done mushrooms. I've never done any drugs.
None?
Nope.
Not even weed?
Nope.
It's wild.
This is wild. Especially not no mushrooms and that shit. That's some
You
other
can skip past all the other stuff and just jump right to the mushrooms. All you need is
straight to
psychedelics.
it. Now let me ask you, because I've never done it. Is it the spiritual experience? Can it be the spiritual experience that people say?
Absolutely.
Is it like that for you every time?
A good amount of time, yeah.
Word.
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's noticeable.
I think it should be required consumption.
Yeah.
I think it should be in salt.
You been doing a lot during the quarantine?
Yeah. I mean,
That's how you like get through it?
That's not how I got through it, but I'm not gonna lie to you. Not even how I got through it. Even I want to say, it was a good way to. With everything being crazy, like it was like it's how you find the connectivity. Like,
Gotcha.
It's real hard to like be like viewing like opposite sides of a thing when you're in a place where you can clearly see that everything is the same.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
And I think I kind of live in that state. You know what I mean? So I don't.
Yeah. So
you know what I mean?
I've heard that from people before. Like that's already how I naturally am. So imagine if you went deeper, my nigga. Like I'm telling you,
But
that's how I am too.
But here's the thing: why I want to go deeper at my own discretion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I want to go.
There's doses. There's doses.
I want to go through life shit that get me to the deeper. I don't want to take some shit that just put me in the deeper. You see what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
You feel me? But
also, like I personally think if you go there deeper this way, right? When you go deeper that way, you're easier. Like if you drove a car somewhere once,
okay,
and you ain't never been there before, and you've been trying to every day you go out for a walk, you try to walk to a place, but it's a whole bunch of miles away, so you don't even know the way. You know you think you're walking in the right direction, and then one day you get in a car and you drive to that bitch and then drive back. The next day, at least you be like, oh, I thought I took a wrong turn here. I know where I'm going. You know the way now.
So you feel like you got a bit of guidance in going to this place.
Like you can
kind of almost like GPS.
I got the system upload. I uploaded the system into my personal shit.
I don't know, but the other reason I'm scared, I'm a crazy motherfucker already. I just feel like putting something to my system, like I'm gonna go to the next level of
You
of whatever the fuck crazy I already have in
I'm
me.
crazy as shit. And I'm not even gonna say that it hasn't made me.
Nigga, I know.
No, I think more than anything is like, yeah, I mean, it'll chill you out, like you be like,
mellow you.
yeah, because you gonna be like, should you like?
You ain't gonna care about shit. Like, fuck that shit.
What am I angry about that for? Like, that shit don't matter. That shit don't matter. I'm sorry about that. About that. Let me let go of my ego. I was only mad at you about that because I was feeling this way about myself.
Talking like Mike Tyson and shit now. You see how Mike Tyson's super mellow since he was doing drugs? He like,
because
that nigga chill.
Like, I don't understand. I'd be like, you know, I mean, talking to someone about this and be like, you know, having a whole conversation with people, just talking about the connections that you can make, like, you know, spiritually and even telepathically and just like, you know, kind of the feeling of connection and what it's even done for me. Like, I was like a hard atheist where I would like did a psychedelic, and now I'm like, I ain't like a Christian or nothing, but I'm like, yo, there's
wait, because I feel like when I met you, you was an atheist. I feel like I know you to be an atheist.
Because I'm kind of an atheist. Like, I hate it.
I
hate religion.
I don't know if an atheist is something you can kind of be, though. Is it?
Like, it's a.
You just like, I kind of don't believe in shit.
Right.
But I kind of do.
I am an atheist in that there are specific gods that I don't believe in. I don't believe in the Judeo-Christian God. And for all intents and purposes in this world, like, that is what is meant by theism. It's that, like, you're like a Christian, a Jew, a Muslim, or something like that. And I'm like, none of that shit.
So none of that.
It's all too basic.
What do you believe
in? Do you have one of those? Or you?
I think I'm as I tell people, I'm a little bit of everything.
So you like, where'd you start?
Probably Christianity, black family.
Family.
Well, my granddad was a Muslim though, so.
Oh, so yeah.
I think I kind of maybe knew about both of those things, like Christianity and Islam, at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm thinking like my earliest memories, I knew about those two. I know no other concept of religion, I don't think.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
So when you say you everything, you those two things.
No. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm a little bit of everything because I believe a little bit of everything.
Right.
About life and existence and possibility. Put it this way, as much as I feel like I'm a little bit of everything. Yeah. Because I'm open to the belief that everything is real and nothing is not real at the same time. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Absolutely makes sense. I just told you I do drugs.
Oh yeah. Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. So we vibing right now.
Yeah.
So I'm with a lot of different shit. It just depends. Yeah. I think that everything is ultimately connected, and I do not think that there is one central God or idea of God for anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's what people ask me. I'm like, I'm a little bit of everything. Because if you talk to me about some Christian shit, it's a little bit of that I can fuck with.
Well, yeah,
if you
because
want to
that's
talk
the
Islam,
thing.
it's a little bit of that I can fuck with.
Because all of them have a little bit of truth.
Because especially Abrahamic religions and, you know what I mean, a lot of shit is connected in a sense. You know what I mean? I'd say Christians and Muslims is cousins. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And then it's a bunch of other shit.
In front of that John real quick.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, right here?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I said, like, I'm a little bit, I believe a lot of shit.
All right. Now you need to do some more.
I got the entry level.
Yeah, I was just with a friend the other day, and they was like, "Yeah, no, you know, I don't really psychedelics. I haven't done them, but I meditate a lot. You know, I've been able to get a lot of places naturally." And
you're like, nah, you need to kick
it
out.
And I was like,
you need to kick that shit to another level.
And they was like, "Oh shit, why how come we're not?" She's like, "Why are we just like this all the time? How do you not just sit here and be in this place all the time?" And I was like, "Yeah, I know this is right."
He's like, "I was trying to tell you.
I've been trying to tell y'all, like, just."
But I believe it. I like, even like, for example, I've never taken none of that shit, but I believe everything that you're saying about it as 100%. But I
like
also
therapeutic.
Yeah, but I also don't feel like I need to experience it.
That's crazy to me.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, that shit sounds amazing, and I have no interest in it.
Yeah, they'd be like, they'd be like, yeah, I mean. If you was just like, hey man, yeah, I jerk off all the time. And I'd be like, yo man, have you heard of pussy? It's crazy. Yeah. And I'm like, you know how you be jerking off, right? But this is like better because it's like another person. You feel this thing. It's fucking wet and it's warm. And it's crazy and like it's wild and like in the end, like you could even like make new life out of it. And it's just crazy. You might even love this person. Yeah. And you rub your back and you be like, yeah, that sounds real good. But really, I don't see there's any reason for me to do that. I'm gonna just keep going and jerking off. Yeah. That's how it sounds to me. Yeah. Like I'd be like, no, nigga.
You gotta know yourself. right? But and what I mean, and not even like in a no
masturbatory.
You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta know. So some people is telling you like, yo, I don't need that because like you might be able to handle pussy. You know what I'm saying? But another nigga might not be like, I can't handle pussy.
Right.
I'm paying for it all the time.
But
nigga, I'm losing all my money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm tricking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it could go left for some people.
I ain't telling nobody to go do no hard drugs.
But what I'm saying is for somebody, that shit might be just a little motherfucking sprinkle they need and they go fucking crazy. You don't know.
Don't nobody eat a bunch of mushrooms and then just go blow a bunch of cocaine.
Nah. Nigga, Mike Tyson. Look. Hold on. What I'm not saying. It's too many niggas that have.
I'm not saying nobody has done that in the same night. I'm saying nobody does mushrooms for the first time and is like, oh my God, like downward slide, I need to go do cocaine. I do know.
Well, maybe
I know people have done some
I'm
mushrooms.
not even on no dare advertising like, oh, it's a gateway. I'm saying it could lead to, and I'm not. We good?
Yeah.
I'm just saying like, it might not even lead to anything with drugs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody like. What I say about crazy motherfucker, I'm a crazy, but I'm not like afraid or anything. But ultimately, I'm just like I'm good. But I'm just thinking like for other people.
We was trying to do a trip once. I forget who was trying. I think Greg was trying to organize that shit. There's just gonna be a bunch of niggas who's gonna go out to the desert. Just all black comics. Who's gonna go get a house in the desert.
Joshua Tree or some shit.
And then where it broke down is me and Greg was like, everybody gotta do drugs.
Oh, and niggas
some people was like, I mean, I'll go out there, but I ain't doing. I was like, nah.
Well, most niggas is not fucking with drugs to that degree. It's a
Nah.
new thing. Especially if you haven't been on the West Coast long.
Yeah, but like
because when I got to the West Coast,
niggas doing.
I saw like niggas doing drugs, and I was like, nigga, where I'm from, everything is crack. He's like, I got some mushrooms. I was like, nigga, you asking me to smoke crack, nigga? Like everything. Nigga, I never heard of that shit.
I knew we was progressing as a people when a dude came up to me here on the street. Black dude came up to me. He's like, hey man, you know where I can get these mushrooms? And I was like, you didn't find a white dude with dreads? Go ask that shit.
He came to you.
We at the point where niggas could ask other niggas where we could get psychedelics. That's progress.
Nah, it's still the West Coast though. Like that shit.
It's still the West Coast, yeah.
The West, I never niggas like you can smoke crack publicly out here. Like it's a wild. California really is the wild West, dog.
I mean, that's why we're here.
It is.
So my cousin always be like, man, y'all is free out there, man. Y'all is free. Y'all can
nigga, we got our freedom papers.
Y'all can be yourselves. Y'all can be as creative as y'all want to be. Y'all can do drugs, and I'm like, yeah, it's freedom. I even think it's easier for niggas to be agnostic out here than it is back there.
Yeah.
Like
sure.
I couldn't talk like wild shit about agnosticism and mushrooms and drive a hybrid car in Philadelphia.
Hell no.
They'd be like, get the fuck out. Like my family.
Yeah. It's not happening.
Yeah, at least we got that going.
Yeah, you got the freedom.
Was your family religious?
Yeah.
Were they mad at you for not being religious still?
Nah. They ain't religious like that. I mean, they ain't religious like that.
I think I broke
They
this.
religious in like a lot of black families go to church and shit. But it ain't like crazy.
They weren't like deacons.
Because you know, I have a young family too. I realized like for a black family, I have like a young family compared to like other like black families I know. It's like I don't have like I got like 13 aunts or some shit like that, or uncles. Like my grandfather had like 13 kids.
Oh,
so,
he was
but all my aunts are like I'm 30. My aunts is like 40, 35, 38. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, so everybody do their own shit.
Hold on, what is your family's nationality? How does they got 13 kids? They Jamaicans?
Nah. Nah, nigga from the South. Nigga in the South. Come on.
Yeah, they got mad kids.
Yeah, that was like, nigga, somebody got to cut the grass.
And you know he really
that's
got
just
like
the front, y'all.
15, 16 kids for real. Like,
It's nigga. It's down the road.
I keep my whole family off Ancestry.com. Every time somebody else put their blood
have you done your shit on there?
Fuck no, man. I'm not putting no shit in there. Every time people say that shit really works, my sister put her shit in there, and then some nigga hitting her up. It's like, oh,
asking for money.
I think your grandfather's mom. I was like, cut that nigga, block that nigga. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you 40 years old. You
nigga,
fight a
they say
family.
as soon as you let them swab you, a nigga hit you on Cash app. Cousin, let me get 50 though.
Got another one on my dad's side, on my mom's side. Another nigga came up, and they talking about it might have been one of my uncle's kids, and my brother's like, oh, just swab, just everybody do a swab and see who kid it is.
Is they took you from your fucking family and broke up your family history, and now they want to charge you to find out.
Put it back together.
Yeah, like no, nigga, this should be.
It should. Every black person should have it for free.
Ancestry.com free for niggas.
Free for that's at one God.
Yeah, all niggas. But then they be like, all right, we'll make it free for niggas, but you gotta submit a sample so we know you a nigga. See,
niggas wouldn't do it. They be like, it's free. I know what y'all up to. Ain't gonna get me.
I ain't gonna lie. I do want to do that shit though. A little bit.
I ain't got no desire. I talked to my dad about.
See, this is like the mushroom conversation. You don't want to do it like a little bit, like it could meet your peoples.
I mean, look, if I met some nigga down the street that was like, "Hey, I'm a scientist. I got you, bro." I'd be like, cool. But like 23andMe, all that shit, like where I send it off to some lab, I don't know what the fuck they do. Know the fuck they do. Like, listen, I've watched enough cold cases like that you ain't put my DNA on file. Nigga. I watched a case where they have a murder from 1982, and then in 2019.
Oh, nigga, my paranoia is even worse than that. I don't want to do that shit because I don't want to see a nigga that look just like me, that is me, a fucking clone walking down the street the next day. I'm like,
I mean, but
nigga, they built a 2.0 version.
What the fuck? Like
this nigga's taller.
I'm so fucking paranoid. Like I'm like legit. I'm nose up with paranoid. So I'm always just like, nah. I'm gonna be the dummy when I'm walking down the street in 2 years and I see a nigga that look just like me, being like, I told y'all that vaccine. That's how they get you. Like and I'm gonna feel so stupid. Hey,
this is a great time. Hey, fuck that vaccine. I wish I would let them give me that.
That's not gonna happen. It's like
not. Nah,
I'm a conspiracy theorist. Like, yeah, I mean, most of my life.
Yeah, but I don't think it's my conspiracy theory about it is just I just don't trust the medical shit behind it. I don't think they trying to knock niggas off.
I don't trust any one part of it, right? I'm gonna start off right.
He said, "Hey, fuck the vaccine as a whole, fuck death row, your whole
as a label and as a motherfucking crew.
As a motherfucking crew, nigga.
You want to be down with vaccines? Fuck you too. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like they have it, like just the science alone. Like I was arguing with niggas about this, and this is, I mean, we'll keep it in there because
we on it.
Yeah, so I'm arguing with niggas about this, and they go like, "As would you conspiracy theories?" I'm like, what kind of conspiracy is that they only had 8 months to do this? That's it. They ain't had the time trials. The bitch got, like, you ain't had the first corona baby yet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't had 9 months to make a corona baby, and you gonna tell a woman that it ain't gonna affect her birth, but you don't know nothing about it, right?
Yeah. So and then it's like, this is how wild America is. The shit that's happening, you don't even have to be a conspiracy theory. Like that's not a conspiracy. This is beginner level skepticism. Like you don't even need the tinfoil for the shit that's happening. It's like, oh, you think they gonna run into the Capitol? Nigga, I'm looking at them do it right here on TV. This ain't even no motherfucker. Oh, I think that like all this shit be like super obvious. It's like, nigga, a disease niggas never heard of just came out. I'm not about to go get the fucking vaccine off the trial run, my nigga.
And they be like, oh, they got a new one. It's still good.
It's like, fam, everybody know you don't get nothing when it first come out anyway, because the shit gonna be fucked up.
Yeah,
anything.
I'm like, if you making
you wait a little bit,
meal for the first time.
You see people get fucked up, and then you know what I'm saying? There you go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm like, nah, bro. No. If somebody's like, yo, man, I just made this dish. It's the first time I really made it. I bet, well, let me know when you make it again. Yeah. I'm going to try the second one you make.
Hit me when you perfected that shit.
There's too much salt in that when you ain't know that shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So I'm not doing that shit.
I'm going to wait.
And then, so that's just the beginning. Like, just off common sense, I wouldn't do that shit. But then, like, to follow up with it, like, you know, every conspiracy theory I've ever heard in my life, all these niggas is like the Bilderberg group, all this, they always just like there's going to come a time when they're going to want to inject the whole world with something. And it's going to be an event where they need to inject everybody with something. And then in my lifetime, an event comes up and they go, listen. We
gotta get you.
We're going to have to inject all y'all with something. I'd be like, nigga, no. Like, this is what they said was coming. I'm not going to do it. And I'm healthy right now.
Right. That's the other thing. I'm cool. I feel great, nigga.
Yeah. So, like,
I'd rather just keep my immune system up. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit.
And be like, yeah, y'all go ahead and do it. I'm not going to talk nobody
if
out
if I was old, I would probably do it. If I was like 65 or something and I cared about being around longer, I might do it. I might take the shit. I might. You know what I'm saying? But I'm young, I'm healthy. Ain't no reason to stop the party right now.
But people pissed. Like people like mad. Like niggas got mad at me about what I wanted to do, and like you fucking selfish. And you going, I'm like, yeah, like you know how selfish you sound that you don't want to take the risk to save people's lives. I was like, yeah, nigga, it's my life. Like you can call me selfish for putting my life above everyone else's life, but I will 1,000 like every day. I'll tell you right to your face.
Now y'all want niggas to be heroes? Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, bring somebody's stranger grandma right in front of me, right in front of me. Be like, listen, we gonna shoot her or shoot you. I'm like, I don't know that bitch. Shoot her. Like this is my life. Like the fuck. I don't give a fuck if that's selfish.
That shit crazy.
I'm like, yeah, like I'd be like, I'm sorry. Sorry your grandma had to die. But
I ain't fucking with it.
Yeah, I'm not doing that shit at all. And you know, I think
so. We did religion.
We did religion.
We did politics.
There's one other.
We ain't do your boy, your man,
the man.
Yeezy. So you really be defending this nigga. This is one of the main reasons I was like, I got cold in your pockets. What's up?
What you mean? Here's how I feel. It is.
I'm trying to understand.
It is unreasonable. It is insane to me that black people have turned like this is like nothing. But nothing shows me more that we gon' like that we ain't gonna come together. This nigga's now the second richest black person in America.
This is the mushrooms talking. See, this
he's the second richest black person in America, and he's got a majority of black people turning their backs on him.
Run them. See, Kanye got Trump numbers.
He got more than Trump numbers. He got more money than Trump.
What I mean by Trump niggas is Kanye is not as rich as he be saying. Every time this nigga say he that rich, I go actually read the numbers and what they talking about.
Go read the numbers.
Now, I'm not saying the nigga is a billionaire for sure, but he's a baby billionaire, and I'm not saying that is not. Shit too. Nah, he be talking like he got more money.
He be talking like he's the second richest black person in America, which he the fuck is.
There's no,
and that shit's crazy.
Kanye's not the second richest
the
black
fuck
person
he isn't.
in America.
Forbes certified this nigga. He is the second richest black person in America.
Who's the first?
Some investor nigga. I don't know. Nigga invest shit. And then there's Kanye. And even if he's the top 5, if you want to go, he the top 5, because if you
top 5 sounds better.
Yeah,
that sounds like a actually fact.
Because we're not like you know, we're not crazy. Like if you put all the black billionaires in the world together,
or if you just pull the ones in America,
all the black billionaires in America, right?
Yeah, I was just going to America.
If you put all their wealth together, all their money together, they the 21st richest white person. So like we ain't that fucking. We don't got money like that. You feel me?
Yeah,
like
so Kanye for him to be number 2, it's like
for Kanye to be one. The second richest black person in America. 2, the cultural icon that he has been for black people for so long, creating so much music and so many opportunities for so many people. And for him to be the creative icon that he is, and for him to, over a 6-month experiment of fucking with Trump, to dismiss all of that is such a takeaway of our own personal power. For this nigga to go ahead and in music being like, I don't even need this money, but I'm gonna go ahead and go at the record labels and try to get everybody masters back, right? And the niggas can't even get behind him on it because they already had to discredit him over this other shit. We are fucking ourselves over crabbing on this nigga.
Wait, all right, let's back up. This is why I'm glad I'm here. Because no nigga but me is qualified to argue with you about Ye. I'm the nigga that's coming.
What makes you think you qualified to argue with me about?
I'm coming to shut this down. I done seen the fucking interviews. Niggas don't even listen to enough music to come argue with you about Ye. I do, nigga. Okay? So we gonna start at the motherfucking beginning today.
Start there.
Okay? Now, this is where people get my mask and shit, because sometimes I can't breathe right, okay? I'm trying to be responsible. Okay. Mm-hmm. This is where niggas is fucking up first, okay? Kanye is a dickhead, right?
Okay.
That's non-debate. He's a dickhead.
Right.
Kanye wanting to go. This is where first of all, niggas act like this nigga ain't tell you he bipolar. That should color most of how people. What did I fuck it up?
You're not just going in front of the mic. Yeah.
I'm sorry. That should color most of how people listen to what the fuck he say. That he's bipolar. Cause half the shit he say, he go back, like when you listen to him in interviews, he go back and like when you come at him with facts, he be like, oh well, you know, nigga, I don't read.
He don't read. He don't read. He all passionate.
That's cool. So if you don't read, you don't get to talk to me about shit that's in the book.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is because here's the thing. I love Ye. You know what I'm saying? So that's why what Chris Rock said all the time. You can't criticize somebody if you're not an actual fan of them.
Right.
I'm a fan of him, so I know when he's fucking up and when his shit is off the rocker.
Look, when Kanye,
so let's go to
Kanye said he don't read, I'm like, okay, I don't look to Kanye for book shit then.
Exactly. But you can't defend. It is irresponsible of you to defend him when he says something that is clearly not in his realm of some shit he's to say. So if he say, I don't read, right? But then he wants somebody to listen to his opinion about some shit in the book, you can't defend that. What you said was, I don't go to Kanye for this type of advice.
I don't go to him for book shit.
You know what I mean? So the issue with Ye be like, all right, I want to go with the record labels. That's fine. Yeah. That's noble. What you can't do is want to go at the record labels and you still got niggas in bogus contracts, right?
He said, hold on, he worked their contracts out.
But listen, he ain't started saying shit about those contracts until the internet said, fam, you fighting for your masters, give Sean his masters. And here's the thing, Sean said, I'm up on owning my masters. Big Sean doesn't own his masters yet. So that means the deal that he has in place with whatever Kanye and Def Jam, whatever like shit that he has in place ain't even worked out yet. So people make it like, oh, he went back into it's like you got to follow Kanye's actual actions, not his ideas.
Hold on. Did he follow through with the actions?
With Sean?
Yeah.
He's not out of his. He doesn't have his masters.
But there's a deal worked out to get him his masters, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
and even though he was like, oh yeah, like niggas, like they tried to come at him. Whoa, actually,
it's like Tiana Taylor's not happy with that nigga.
And he go, all right, yeah, we gonna work that out. They're gonna work it out, but we gonna work it out, and we gonna work it out amongst artists because we gonna be the ones with the power and the shit. And that's what he's saying.
We'll see.
And for us, then we'll see. But like we should. Because
here's the thing,
why are we fighting him on that? Why are we behind him? Because when we go, oh, how you ain't doing this? You're like, I'm gonna do that too. I'm gonna do that too, and we still call him crazy. Like he's not out here trying to do that.
Listen, nobody can pay their bills with I'm gonna do that. That's like a nigga owe you money,
but he gotta do that, and he's doing it.
He don't be. This is what I'm trying to tell you. He don't always be following through. That's why people be upset with this nigga.
Nah, they upset with him off top because he
said
some shit about Trump. They still mad about that shit. But that's when niggas got mad at him.
I care about the nigga actions. So I don't be mad at Kanye for what he say. When I know that Kanye's fucked up, like, it's about what he's actually doing.
I can't understand how we is arguing about like if Kanye's like, yo, listen, we all got to get it from them, and instead of fighting with them, we fight with Kanye. He'd be like, well, you can't do that because you're doing this, you're doing this. He's like, all right, yeah, I feel that. Let's fucking work this out. Let's focus here.
Nah, that's the gaslighting though. That's the look. If you punch me in my face, right? I'm like, fam, you punch my face, you ain't even gonna say sorry. And you like, listen, the reason I punch you is because I got this trauma and the shit that I'm dealing with that came from my father who punched me in my face. It's like, fam, that's cool. We could deal with that later. You owe me an apology first, and then we could go do that. What Kanye do is because he's a genius and his mind is a little whatever, he'll go, no, that's just your emotions fucking what you do. Let's go. It's like, nah, nigga, we could go deal with that.
I think
you see what I'm saying?
I want to say what it's more like. It's more like I might have hit you in your face.
Okay.
But this nigga over here been shooting at us.
Right.
They've been shooting at us.
Right.
And I'm over here being like, yo, my nigga, he's shooting at all of us. Let's get this nigga. You like, nah, you punched me in my face, nigga, so I ain't fucking with you right now. And now we all still getting shot.
And so here's where that shit also doesn't make sense. Because in the analogy of the record label shit, it's also like when you look at Kanye and the deal and shit, it's like this is where shit goes weird with black entertainers. And then when niggas get mad at the white powers that be, you gotta temper your emotions the day you decide to go at the gate. Listen. The gatekeepers, here's why you gotta temper it. Because you benefited from the shit. So if you took a bite of the fucking poison apple and then you pass it to me and I'm fucked up too, I'm not trying to hear none of the other shit that you saying about where the fuck you got it from.
And again, when it's time to get shit right, instead of us doing the shit that we need to do to get right, we go, well, you was already wrong. We ain't never gonna get right if we keep pointing the reasons why we can't get right instead of just getting right.
But what you're looking over is accountability. We ain't gonna never get right till we get right with each other first.
Nah, nigga.
And that's what niggas always skip over. It's like, nah, fuck that. We gotta fix our shit before we could band together and go get our shit. We can't just go, all right, act like this shit didn't happen and then we go get our shit. That's why all these conversations about black unity and all that shit is always fucked up because niggas will go, but the white man, it's like, nah, nigga, y'all was shooting at me first.
They fucked up because
you know
we
what I'm saying?
looking at
you feel
each
me?
other.
It's like, nah, let's talk about why you shot my house up, and then we could talk about institutionalized racism, nigga.
I shot your house up because these niggas put us down. these white people put us down here in a place that we go and shoot each other up.
This is a fact. This is an actual fact.
That's why we down here shooting each other up, and now you go and we got to figure out why we shot each other because of this nigga.
Yeah.
So please, can we get over the fact that I hit you?
That's like actually that is white people telling us to get over racism.
No, it's not. That's us telling
like
each other
thing.
that we are at
start.
each other because of the system. So we can't.
But you understand how like for regular niggas, the concept of my brother is a lot easier to grasp than the system.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But you
so
understand,
I feel like that's where we got to start.
That's the point of the system.
Absolutely,
is to have us never looking at the system.
Oh no, I
but to have us
agree with
looking
that.
at each
I
other.
completely agree with
so
that.
So when Kanye goes, "Hey y'all, we all been God. We are all part of the system."
Here's the other thing.
System has us
Kanye
all.
always come out like he the first nigga with the information. Hov been telling us that since the Cold Crush.
Great, they all been telling
They've been all saying
so
that.
Hold on, why are we arguing about who said it first? Who did it to who first?
No.
Who did it?
Because
every the label.
Oh no. This is where Kanye's accountability comes into place. Kanye's always about numbers too. He wants you to know that he did it first. So you can't go, if you telling me, oh nigga, I'm number one, I can't wait till you come in and go, oh, it ain't about numbers no more. No, all that matters. Like Kanye's record and all that shit. You be trying to like let this nigga weasel out of his accountability place because you in love with this nigga's ideas.
Because
that's cool.
Because that's what matters.
You gotta have actions with ideas. If your actions is fucked up, a good idea ain't worth nothing if a nigga ain't gonna walk toward it.
He got all the action. He's the most active motherfucker that there is. He is. What are you talking about?
Active in terms of what are you talking about?
Production, overall production.
Production of what? Wyoming?
Fashion, music, political shit. He's building little homes. He's building the homes. They tore his homes down. Yeah.
Who live in them?
Niggas, I don't know.
No.
Eskimos. Some Eskimos. I don't know who the fuck he got in them homes. Side bitches.
Kids.
I don't know. He got a bunch of kids. I don't know.
These are the Lord
Dave Chappelle. I know who the fuck live at Most Def. Y'all seen Bay?
Kid Cudi, Don C.
Yeah. Y'all seen Bay got a spot.
GLC.
They up in there.
Nah, I love Ye, but the nigga needs more foundational work. It's not that he doesn't have great ideas, but everybody that has great ideas, that he needs a middleman. You know what I mean? He needs. In
the problem with everything.
He's not a sound. I think the thing that you just had to admit, he's not a sound individual at this time. You can be a genius with good ideas, but he's not sound.
I think he's perfectly
because he'll say
sound.
some shit. He'll be like, and then he'll be like, "Oh, I didn't mean that." You be like, "Yay, but you just said." No.
He don't never do it.
Did you see him on Nick? Did you see the 8-hour interview with him in the Canada?
Yeah, I watched that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Hell yeah, I watched that shit. I watch every interview.
Yeah, you're like, man, that shit is like.
That was one of the tougher ones, just because. I listen, and that's I'm not. My biggest problem with Kanye is obviously like his Christian bullshit because I just don't believe the shit. I
ain't even gonna judge him for that. That shit is so wild.
I know he believes it. Like I know he believes it, and so I'm just like, fuck, that's just dumb shit. Like I just hate that as much as I hate anyone else.
Also, y'all should be looking at him funny about that. Like, how this nigga supposed to be the biggest free thinker in the world, but he's a devout Christian? That don't even go together.
I agree. I agree with that. But you know what I mean? I understand how
you gotta free your minds because the Bible says fam.
Like
come on, fam.
It's my biggest issue with him. My biggest issue.
That's where you draw the
It really is. Listen, my two issues with Kanye is when he hugged Trump and said he was like his dad.
That was weird,
and
right?
I was like, let go of this old white man.
That was borderline inappropriate too.
Right, yeah, and I just can't. I just don't like the Christian
wild.
shit, and like and I can't like him and Nick Cannon. I don't want to see two dudes talking about being pro-life. You know what I'm saying? Like
it's weird.
Like and just being like, yeah, well, you know, and listen, here's the fucking thing though. I'm like clearly pro-choice, and once Kanye said he was pro-life. I don't think his ideas behind it were actually that bad. When his ideas were basically like, listen, if you want to be pro-life, you have to be putting families in a position to take care of kids because that's one of the reasons. And so like my plan A is to like provide every family with money to take care of a child. And I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely right. Like you can't say you pro-life and not do this shit, right? And even if you are pro-choice, you're going to be like, yeah. Being pro-choice, I think like it's a whole thing of like it's gotten so loaded to the point that you have to act like the ideal situation is for someone to not have an abortion, right? Like ideally, you go and wear a condom or pull out or be on birth control or just know your cycle so you don't get pregnant. Like no one thinks that the ideal situation is for people to be like getting pregnant and getting rid of it. But we want that available as a choice because obviously we know all sorts of things happen. But like to pretend like the first thing that niggas want is to be getting abortions is crazy. And so like that's kind of like he's like, yo, I'm pro-life because I definitely support people having kids. And I could say that. Like I would think like if someone like ideally I'd be like, yeah, hopefully you would be in a good situation when you were pregnant. You got family planning, you got all that shit to get to where you want to be. Now if you don't got that and you want to get rid of it, that's up to you.
Yeah, but this nigga don't be knowing shit about laws and he just be saying shit sometimes. Sometimes he just be saying shit.
Listen.
You gotta admit that right here. I want you to look into the camera.
No,
and tell
he
these
be
people
saying
sometimes
shit.
he just be saying shit.
He just be saying shit. And here's the thing that I have
That's
with
all I
people
need.
just
I
be
feel
saying
that.
shit. Like everyone would be like, yo, like I need politicians that are qualified. But all the politicians that I know that are qualified that know shit about laws ain't talking about laws and positions and policies that I'm interested in. So just because they know laws and they know how to write policy, Joe Biden know how to write a policy and they got all these niggas locked up. And that's why we got New Slaves written by Kanye West. And so I will take Kanye West's ideas over Joe Biden knowing how to write policy.
So you would like to see Kanye as the president?
I would listen. He wouldn't be my first choice. He wouldn't be my first
Nigga,
choice.
I'd rather see Kim Kardashian be the president than
I would rather a very intelligent, progressive, well-studied, but like, yeah, I mean, of the same mind type
Did you
of
vote?
person.
Did you vote for Kanye?
I didn't vote for Kanye. It was some other nigga as president.
You
He
had
was
to
vice
change the name of
president.
your podcast. If you ain't vote for Kanye, you can't be a Kanye stan on your podcast no more. Because you ain't. Omari, was it Kanye Omari? The shit, they had this nigga whole name on there.
If Kanye had gotten onto the ballot properly and like actually took it seriously,
nigga,
and
they
had
gonna
a
take your
campaign
Kanye
team,
card. You gotta take your own Kanye card.
I'll vote for him in 2014. If we still here in 2024,
if we here next Friday,
then I'll be like, yeah, bring Kanye in. Bring Kanye to the. All right, tell the people where they can find you at.
Yo, at LOL Trev on everything.
Oh, word.
It'll pop up. That's all you need.
Yeah, right? You got to keep it simple.
Yeah, I keep it simple, of course. I don't be trying to do no act comedians. At LOL.
You got any shows coming up? I'm so kidding.
Hey, that hurt.
All right, didn't it feel bad?
And then, here's what's bad. I was actually trying to think. That's how bad I was like, all right, on the... Nah, I ain't got shit.
Ain't got no shows.
Nah, I ain't got
shit.
no
shows.
But I'm going to shoot my special this year somehow.
That's right. You
You
just got to go to another state.
Yeah.
And I would say, here's the other thing, too. I don't like shoot. I wanted to shoot a special last year before all this shit happened, and I've never had a plan to shoot a special in this state. I don't think you should do it where you at. Don't do it with a home crowd. Go somewhere. Book out a room of motherfuckers that don't know you, and just and especially also, don't do it in LA. Go do it in somewhere where they don't even know comedy.
LA don't have the best crowds to be.
Exactly.
For taping.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So take that shit.
I really love the East Coast or the South.
Yeah, go get some COVID somewhere, man. Go get
some. Get that little package.
Yeah, have a little super spreader event.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit is crazy. Thank you for having me. I appreciate
it,
for
sure, man.
This was big fun, man.
I've been Aston Wallace. You can find me at Fast Ramon on everything. Go follow FPRK Radio, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Check out Basement Studios, and you can check me out next week. If you got any questions, ask your mama, because I don't do that shit. It's been FPRK. I'm out. Peace.